Fallout 76 has improved a ton over the past 5 years, but I feel like there's a lot more that can be improved within the game, so here's 5 ways I feel Fallout 76 can be improved going forward. Caps are an essential item to have an abundance of, as they allow you to purchase much wanted and needed items and plans from the vendors across Appalachia. I previously made a video about making fast travel free for Fallout 76 instead of using caps. However, since then I've seen the necessity of using them, as they're a lot easier to pick up now compared to when the game first launched. I also recently found out that there's a cap limit of 40k, and it got me thinking, what are you going to spend 40k's worth of caps on if you already have everything in the game on offer? Well, you have things like the Atom Store, which you have to use real life money to buy things from, script from scrapping legendary items found within the Wasteland, and stamps that you can spend at White Springs. So why not introduce a feature that allows you to convert some of those caps for things like items, script, and stamps? That way you have more freedom on what you can spend. As an example, if there's something in the Atom Store that takes your fancy but you don't want to spend your own money on, no problem, for 1000 caps you get 100 atoms, then for say 10k caps you get 1000 atoms. That way you're not losing out on any money, and in a way neither are the developers, as there will be people out there who don't have as many caps and will spend money. It's not like Bethesda or Microsoft need any more money, as Bill Gates is one of the richest people in the world. When the game first launched in 2018, we had a stash size of 800 that soon increased to 1200, but if you pay for Fallout first, it's unlimited. Unfortunately, most things in your camp are attached to the stash, and by that I mean wall displays, mannequin displays, power armor displays, etc. So it limits the amount of things you're able to show off at your camp and keep stashed away for a later date. There needs to be a way to detach the displays from your stash to allow you more freedom when storing items and showing off what you've picked up across your travels that doesn't involve you spending £100 a year on Fallout first so you can have unlimited storage. But we'll get onto that shortly. I understand that technically putting weapons on walls and showing off outfits on mannequins is classed as storing them, but it shouldn't be like that. It should be looked at as a cosmetic and be incorporated into the camp building side of things, so that when/if you want to move camps, it moves as a blueprint and doesn't get stored away back in your stash. To me, Fallout First is a massive kick in the teeth for players of the game, especially those who have played since day one and had to endure the rocky launch, and those who pre-ordered the collector's edition and got a cheap nylon bag instead of the canvas one because of cost. Those are the people that should have been offered the service for free. It doesn't have to be forever, it could just be for a year. For £100 a year, you get private worlds, scrap boxes for unlimited storage of crafting items, 1650 atoms per month, the NCR Ranger outfit, and a bunch of icons and emotes. To me, it's 100% not worth it. Why should we have to pay for all of that stuff? Why can't we have free private worlds and more storage? For £100 a year, you need to offer more or just lower the price of how much it is for what you receive. At that point, more people might consider subscribing to the feature and no money will be lost, more than likely gained in the process. Obviously no one is expecting you to pay for Fallout First, I just think that the service needs improving and needs an overhaul for it to be as expensive as it is. If Bethesda are going to continue charging that much money, a few things they could add to the service to make it more worthwhile are more atoms to allow you to buy more bundles if you so please, and if you don't want them, give them to friends who maybe can't afford them, or donate them to new players who have just bought the game. More items from older Fallout games such as weapons, clothing and armor similar to the NCR Ranger outfit, and at a push allow players to play the expansions like the Pit and Atlantic City early. Well, if you have any suggestions on how Bethesda could improve Fallout First, let me know down in the comments. The ally system I feel is a great feature to the game, even though most of it is doing fetch quests, but you can only have one in your camp at a time. Why not improve on this feature and have more than one but limit it to how many you can have to say like 3, and then you can have them interact with each other whilst they're at your camp. You could also have them accompany you across the wasteland on quests, giving you a small XP buff. And then once you finish that quest line, they come with a perk similar to old Fallout games, so instead of being allies they then become companions, but also still have the option to chop and change them as and when you please. I feel like a good example of this is if you're travelling with the Raider Punk, his perk would be something like Raiders are less likely to attack you. They will still attack you, but the chances of that happening are significantly lower. Fallout 76 would absolutely 100% thrive with an offline mode. I don't think it would be too difficult to add to the game. The only things you wouldn't be able to access are daily ops and events. Everything else should be free game. This also ties into the other points I've made regarding camp allies, stash and caps. With allies you'll be able to take them across the wasteland, caps wouldn't have a limit and neither would your stash. Moreover, an offline mode would also allow the players to add mods to the game if they so wish to have some fun and more creative freedom. The only real downside to having an offline mode is that you wouldn't be able to take anything you've found back into an online game due to its current restrictions. And by that I mean caps, stash, things like that. But an offline mode would give the player a more genuine Fallout feeling like we've had in the past. But it's come to that time again. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. This video is just what I feel needs improving. I know you guys will have a lot of other things to say. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay tuned into FalloutTV for more, and I'll see you in the next video. Love you all. Goodbye.